Good evening, my name is Nicole. I'm going to show you how I would set up a game with IBEScore. You didn't mention the number of players, so I'm going to go and set it up for 6 tables playing 24 boards, but we can have a look at the movements at the same time, so it should work for any number. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to take one of the game codes you selected. It is case sensitive, so make sure that you put capitals if that's what you did when you took the session. Okay, so now I need to go back and make sure that I know the password, because when you first enter the game, excuse me, you click enter duplicate and it's going to ask you for your director password. So you selected a password. We also call it the director key, and press OK. Now that starts you in the first place to create a game. Now I decided I was going to set up, I've got 24 players, I'm going to have 6 tables, just the one section. Now I go ahead and find a movement. So this is set up on the English system, but it is kind of designed to do a fairly straightforward 24 board movement. So if you have, so you've got 2 options, haven't you, when you're running a duplicate? Either everybody moves or north-south stay. So I'm going to guess that you prefer north-south to be stationary. So let's have a look. Let's do we can do a share and relay where the boards are placed at tables 1, 2, and 3. An extra set is put in at table between table 3 and 4, and then you put boards on table 5, and then table 6 shares with table 1. So we can do that, or you can do a skip Mitchell where they skip. Let's make it very simple and do a skip Mitchell for this exercise. So there we go. So they've got 24 boards. Okay, if you want to play more boards, we'll edit the movement. This is a test for video. Okay. Now, we can edit the movement by clicking Edit Movement. And you will see these are where the boards get set on each table. The boards are numbered 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12 in round 1. And across the top you see there's tables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then down is the rounds. Tables 1 plays in round 1. In round 2 they play boards 5 to 8. If you want to play less boards, you go down the bottom and you change the number of boards to 3, 4, 5, 2, whatever works for your game. All right, and we're starting the boards at number 1. We have the option to do more fancy things, but that's where we're at. All right, now you can check the player numbers as well in the same screen, and you can see that we've got east-west is 1, north-south is 1. And then in round 2, east-west is 6, north-south is 1. So that's as we want it to be, because north-south is stationary and east-west are moving. So that all looks good. Now, if you've got a player doesn't turn up, a pair doesn't turn up, you could add a missing player. So let's make the missing pair at table 6, north-south 6, because then, well, it doesn't matter actually because you're skipping. But say they're the last table to come in. So we can make them table 6 east-west is missing. And as you can see, it goes grey for the rounds where pair 6 would be. All right, so now that's all we need to do. We can go ahead and press Create Game. The game has been created. Ignore that and go back in. Now, if you're playing, and now we have SBR1, you can enter the duplicate. What table are you at? You're at table 1. I'm sitting north, south. You just click to say where you're sitting. So your players can do that either themselves, or you can have one player at the table do so. And if you tap here, say against north, then you can type in your name. So Alan Smith. Oh, I made a mistake. Now, if you key in the players' names on the first game, on the second game, if you finalized the game, which I'll show you how to do in a minute, we'll pick two names that are already there because I'm too lazy to type. We say OK. Now you can go ahead and you can enter the duplicate. So each table will do that. Now once the players have entered their names in, they shouldn't need to do it again during the session. They're good to go. All right, so we can see that it's round one. These are our north-south pair. You can see north-south is pair 1, east-west is pair 1. The boards are numbered 1 to 3, and you can go ahead and enter the round. Now, this happens at each table. The contract is 4 spades. They play the board. Contract is 4 spades by east, and you can tick to make the contract. You click minus for to go -1. Click minus twice to do it twice. A contract failed by 5, so you click it 5 times. Actually, that's not true. It made +2, so you keep clicking plus, and you will see that the number of tricks increases. +1 for 450. Great, so that's 11 tricks. We're happy. Say OK. Accept the score. And there are no other scores because nobody else has played this board yet. And we can continue. And on we go to board 2. So the layout is slightly different on a Apple device, but the principle is the same. At any point, you can see this little icon, and if you click on this little icon down the bottom, ignore that, there's something coming in from my Android app. Okay, so if you click on the little icon, it allows you to open up an extra menu down the bottom. And this is the button where you can click on movement to see that there are, it's yellow because the session is in progress and the round is in progress. If you go back, you can refresh the game and that will update. So if things aren't looking as you wish them to, the best thing I can start by advising is that you press refresh game. And that gives you the most current up-to-date actions that are happening. Now, if you remember when we logged into the game, you went to the director key and you keyed in your director key to create a game. To access that, so basically if you're a player, you can still access the director menu if you need to make changes or if you want to do things like change a name, edit a result. All that happens by clicking this little menu icon and then clicking the director key, and that brings up this again, and you can log in again and say OK. And this brings up the screen where you do all the, how do I say, it's like opening the drawer with all the director's information. So at this point, you are now the director, not the player. So we make that noticeable to you by making the screen red in the background. So when you've got a red background, you're in the director's screen. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and finalize the game. Now, only one score is in, so this message is saying I'm trying to finalize a game, but some of the boards haven't been played. Doesn't matter. Yes, let's go ahead. All right, now at that point, the game is stored into the memory, and if you have any problems, you can message me, as time distance permitting. I'm in the UK, and you can ask for help. But at any point when you're concerned, if you finalize the game, we can retrieve it for you. When you have finished with that, click on the little icon again, and you can see that the director key is not there, but the key is still there, and it gives you the option to log out. And that takes you back to being a player. So you can go ahead and you can pass out board 2. So you were too busy doing director things, so you didn't get a chance to play. And you can pass out board 3 if you want as well. Okay, and then comes up with the end of the round. It tells you that north-south have got a bye because pair 6 is missing. And east-west are going to move to table 2 and they're going to remain east-west. They tap the screen and they continue. And sure enough, this is set for north-south at table 1. So we know they've got a bye. Okay. And now you can see that we're set for round 3. And if you click on the little icon, go to movement, you see that we have red at tables 2, 3, 4, and 5 because nobody's put in any scores in the first round. So this is what everybody can see. They can see it's not time to move, it's not time to do anything because there are some scores that haven't been entered yet. When all the scores have been entered, that will all go back to red and blue. So let me show you a bit of a trick. This is a director practicing trick. In a live game, you would not do this. But to test and to practice, click on the director menu or the extra menu, click director, put your director number in, and in its own good time, if you click edit results, there's this, I'll go back and do it again, enter edit results, there is an option to fill results randomly. And what that will do is it'll simulate the session and it will fill all of those results that haven't been done in rounds 1 through 6. So I'm going to say yes. Basically, if there are any scores in, they stay there, but any other scores that are not there get filled in. My system is slow. Okay, so the random fill is complete. So now if you come out of this, you're no longer the director. You come back, so you can either use the back button, I'm pressing the back button on my phone, or you can use the little menu icon and click log out. And you see that the player table is showing round 3, but you filled all the results for the game, so it's finished. So this is where I guide you. Click on the little menu icon down the bottom and click refresh game. That will bring this device back up to speed with where the game is at in its own good time. Okay, my system's okay, so it's saying end of round 3, and now it's saying game over because we random filled for the sake of testing all of the scores. So now you can have a look at by going to the icon, bringing up the extra menu and click movement. Now you can see that all of the results are in. Now, if you click on any of these numbers, so let's click on 7 to 9. So table 3 in round 1, and you can see that the status is complete. The boards have been played. And table 5 on round 6 are playing boards 10 to 12. The status is complete. All of these boards have been played. So now what else can we do? Let me show you. Because the game has finished, click on the little icon and you're going to be able to see more content in these extra icons. So if you click on current rankings, you can see all the results are in. It's got a tick at the top in green and you have your results. Obviously there's no name, so it's a bit less meaningful, but yay, I won. Wonder how I managed that. You can also click on the little icon again and then you can click results, which is a useful little piece of information. It shows you all the travellers, just like if you were handwriting. Goodness me, this is being slow this evening. It's on a Sunday, go slow. Come on. There we are. There's the results. All right, so there you see the travellers. Now, if you click 2, well, if you click 1, that's better because I've got names. So you can see the result. You can see it was board 16. You can see it was Alan Smith against pair 1 and pair 1. Okay. Because this is when we went back. I think that might be our second. Now, if you click on scorecard, that brings up the pairs. And you should be able to click on any of the board numbers and you'll see the travellers in its own good time. And to the right, you see the percentage that was gained on each board. You see the traveller, you see the scores. Oh, and sometimes when it's slow, it'll shut itself down. But, we could just wait. Doesn't matter. There we go. It brings it up eventually. This is a bit of a system lag on my Wi-Fi in my venue here. So, yeah, you've got lots of glorious information if your players want to delight in their successes. Okay, so if you click the director menu again, this is the trick. At the end of the session, if you go in, your game has been finished. Those results will stay there until you create another game. So if you wish to, you can leave it there for the week and you can use it for teaching or review. Players can look at home on their own devices. However, when you click new game, everything that was last week's game will disappear. The way you stop that happening, should you ever wish to put it on a website, should you ever wish to do anything after the game. It's what you emailed me called post-administration. You may need to do things. If somebody wants to change a result from 2 weeks ago, we'd need to get the game back. So what do? We finalize the game. That locks it into history and its own good time. Okay, and that's it done. So if this is not relevant to you because you've selected the option of the free service where you won't need any of these actions, but that locks it into history. So if you want to retrieve it, you need to email me and I will overwrite and set it up for you. We'll explain. But I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm also going to, in this video, where are we? We're at 18 minutes now. I'll tell you in the email. At 18 minutes is where we correct a result. So I'm going to go in now in this director screen at 18 minutes and explain to you if you need to delete a score and change it. So the action you're going to take is edit result, and you're going to adjust a result. Now, turns out that board 1 on round 6, they didn't redouble the score. They only, they didn't redouble it. It was not redoubled at all. They were just messing about. So we clear the score. So what number is it? Board 1, round 6, table 2. We clear the result. And in its own good time. Okay, so the result is cleared. By the way, when it's coming up, close app or wait, I'm clicking wait and it's getting to. Okay, so now what's happened is it says there's no result for that board, so now we can enter one. Round 1, board 6. Round 1, board 6. Okay, good. So yes, that's not redoubled. Take it away, +1, and enter. That close app is because I'm sitting in a room which has no Wi-Fi proper. I forgot about that. Behave. And there we are, the result is entered. Okay. And now we refresh. in your own good time. Log out. And now we should be able to see our results. And on board 1, a bit of luck, we can see now that it's showing as 4 spades plus 1 instead of 4 spades redoubled. And that's how we adjust a result. So that's enough, I think, for this video. I've got a good start for you. Oh, please excuse that silly isn't responding. It is responding. All right. Thank you. Good luck. And I'm at the end of the email if you need help.